So in this lesson, we're going to be learning about mobile design. Now, the reason why is because it's so important, especially if you're building a responsive product. If you're kind of just building a mobile-based product similar to what we're doing right now, building a mobile app for our client. So I want to take you through the best practices for actually creating mobile design. The difference between a good app and a bad app is the quality of its user experience. Now, if we think about it, many of us choose our phone for a larger portion of the day. I know, like my phone is kind of replaced my laptop in many ways, and it's never been more important to design a very good mobile experience. Mobile users expect a lot from an app, whether that be like the light form, interactions like this, or fast loading times, like how this kind of loaded, as well to just generate ease of use. Just the clarity of like this mobile design over here is just how easy it is just to use. I mean, all these different things make a great user experience. So let me jump right into those best practices. Number one, practices don't make users think. I mean, that means pretty standard. But I mean, a lot of people kind of forget that we don't want to make users think too much. Your product should really strive to be easy to understand and use. If your app is too hard to use or understand, you really risk users walking away from your product. So step one should be to declutter. All the unnecessary content is kind of like that. One way to create good design. I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean it's just mobile app. I mean, you can do this for desktop as well. But keep things very simple. Don't just smack a whole bunch of stuff on it. I mean, find a way to hide that or show that, but don't just make your screen incredibly cluttered. Every extra button or image or paragraph makes your interface seems cluttered. And because we don't have the screen real estate, I mean, we also need to keep interface elements to a minimum. We want to keep our design simple. You can also practice actually hiding different things under interactions like this, so that content is hidden. And it's kind of not cluttering the main homepage. What you also want to do is break tasks up. I mean, if you like a form similar to this, you want to kind of break that process up, especially for mobile, because I mean, we just don't have the screen real estate. This is really important, especially because if a flow consistent of some sort of logically connected, the user can easily use it. I mean, think about the types of patterns that we normally see. Mobile one being something like onboarding screens stick to those patterns that have been proven, and just keep on using them similar to what we covered in design patterns. Also, reuse the elements and screens that users are used to that really decreases like the learning curve. So like home screens are an example, setting screens, those are different types of screens. that we all kind to see in a lot of different apps. And it really helps us understand how to use apps if we see similar screens over and over again. Over here, we kind of have a product description screen for a product that just kind of like a very simple e-commerce. And this is kind of very standard. You want to minimize your user's input. I mean, no long form like over here. We don't want to have long form. There are just a couple of options. And they've been broken up, and it looks like in different steps. Typing on mobile is very not really a fun experience, often prone to errors. And we can really make this process easy by creating forms as short as possible. Like I meant before, also removing unnecessary fields are very key per format. Certain fields like this is a phone number. And it really helps to see it pre-formatted, just because I want to review that content. I can notice the errors right away, especially for things like even credit cards. This is an example of like a credit card that is pre-formatted as well. And another thing to do is like, auto complete where necessary. This could be applicable to things like addresses, like over here. This really allows users to enter their address without necessarily having to enter the entire address. And you should also think about validating your input. And when users do create an error, they don't necessarily need to go back and go through that again. They can just correct it while they're actually focused on the input. Next is consistency. Now, this is fundamental principle of design, and it really eliminates a lot of confusion. It is essential, like visual consistency, like typeface, buttons, labels, color. It can be like functional consistency. Interactive elements across the app works similarly, so that it could be like buttons, a wheel move you in a certain way, or swipe can move you over, or to navigation is very consistent. We were thinking about all these different things, even platform guidelines like iOS and Android design system like using these. Like if you have two separate apps or both, you don't need to say if you're creating an application for Android phones, you kind of want to stick to Google's. Material design for a lot of these different types of design patterns, because usually users are more familiar with that in comparison to something like on iOS, where these design systems are different. You want to give user as much control or the illusion of control. So this can mean like just understanding where things are going, understanding how things work, and just overall predictability. All interactive elements should be familiar and predictable, and they kind of sense that feeling of control. So on mobile, we don't necessarily only have one way of interacting with an element, type of feedback. So if we stick to similar patterns, our user will really understand how our system works already. So we notice like we have cards. That's a big example of like a pattern, just cards in general. We know we can kind of figure in this case too, they're very light. We know that we can properly tag on that. is very similar to me. The way the input is, and that it's like a menu or some sort on the top. So I mean, introducing the sense of predictability really makes your application much more easier. Now we're going to stop here, going to pick up on navigation when we come back.